Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of NASCAR Heat 3 Career Mode. Today we go to a Truck Series race at Kansas and an Xfinity race at Kansas, and then we go to Charlotte in the Cup Series. Charlotte can be a bit of a tough one with the AI. Sometimes they are a little bit odd at this track, so we'll see how that one goes. But in Kansas we had subscriber of Blake Saville in the truck here for us, and it was much better than the last time out because we actually had everything upgraded on the truck this time because I hired a extra employee for our team, so now we've actually got enough employees to get everything complete on this truck now, as Saville went 3 wide down the straightaway, but he would come through turns 3 and turns 4 on the exit of the corner, and Blake Saville would come through to get a top 10 here in Kansas with an 8th place finish. And now as we cut straight to the Xfinity Series where we had Zane Smith back in the car, he failed technical inspection, the pre-race technical inspection, so he had to start at the back of the field, unfortunately, here today for Charlotte, and it would be a rough go for Smith as he wouldn't really be able to get as far up as I was hoping. He would only get up to P22 now on the final lap as he went through turns 3 and turn 4, getting sideways, sending it up the inside now of the 19 of Brandon Jones as he came out of turn 4, heading down the straightaway through the trioval. Zane Smith would come through to get a 22nd place finish here in Charlotte. So unfortunate that that happened for him, but now we got to set our sights on the Cup Series race here for the Coca-Cola 600. Like I said, you never know how a race at Charlotte's going to go, but as we come straight through into qualifying, getting a little bit loose there through turns 3 and turn 4, it wasn't going to be the best lap. Now as we exit the corner, heading down the straightaway, we're going to come through to cross the line to go P17 with a 29.461. So we certainly have our work cut out for us today here in Charlotte, and hopefully we can start to get some better luck on our side. So let's get to it here for the Coca-Cola 600.
We're at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the running of the Coca-Cola 600. This event is the longest on the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series schedule. At 600 miles, it's a true test of endurance and patience. Tonight also marks the last time this year these drivers will race this 1.5-mile quad oval layout. When we return in October, NASCAR will unleash the Roval, a road course oval hybrid that's been the talk of the town. But that's the future. Tonight is about tradition. The Coca-Cola 600 is coming up next on PRN.
All right, we're ready to go green here for the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Brad Keselowski failed technical inspection, so he is starting at the back as we have Kyle Larson on the pole here with Kyle Busch on the outside front row, as we're going to be going green behind our rival of Martin Truex Jr., who has just caused havoc on us here in the last few episodes. Now as we're ready to go green and we are underway here for the Coca-Cola 600 behind Truex, we certainly owe him revenge, and there might at least be an attempt coming here today in Charlotte as we head down towards turns 1 for the first time. Larson and Kyle Busch lead the way as we're on the outside of Austin Dillon through turns 1 and turns 2. Now as Kevin Harvick looks to the inside, as we head down the back straightaway, Kyle Larson clear for the lead as Eric Jones tries to pass his JGR teammate of Kyle Busch for that second position as we go down through turns 3 and turns 4. Now Harvick still on my inside as we exit turn 4, heading down the front straightaway, still right behind Martin Truex Jr. Might be an opportunity to try and get some revenge here as we cross the line here. As we head down towards turns 1 on the back of Truex, we're going to hit him in the bumper and into the wall. Truex goes as he made contact now as we come through the center of the corner, and that did not go like we had wanted it to. At least we did some damage to his car. We know for a fact that we damaged his car, but I was hoping to maybe spin him out. Unfortunately, that was not the case now, and as we came through on lap 12, we had moved up a few more spots as we lost time due to that incident, but we were only up to P18, and we had lost time to the cars ahead, but we would run them back down now as we got to Clint Boyer now going for the 16th position, looking to his inside as we came through turns 1 and turns 2, just trying to regroup after what happened there with Truex. That was finally a moment for me to just kind of get into the back of Truex and finally hit him, because he's been the one kind of just ruining our races, and I tried to ruin his race, to be honest, right there, and it didn't quite work out. There as we came through turns 3 and turns 4, and we would hit the wall on the exit of turn 4 now as we got sideways and just slid into the wall, and we would drop down to P16 now. So just everything going wrong right now at the end of this first stage as we came through already to the final lap in the stage, trying to run down the cars up ahead, but couldn't quite get to them now as you head down the back straightaway in the 16th position. A rough first stage that was kind of started because of myself trying to take out the 19 there of Martin Truex Jr. Now I feel like this is really a wake-up call to us and our team. We really need to just try, and instead of continuing this Truex rivalry, continuing to try and battle him, we need to maybe move over, let Truex go here and there to try and reduce this rivalry with Martin Truex Jr. As Kyle Larson would win the stage, we would take 2 cans of fuel and 4 tires. We would have to repair the car due to the damage, so we dropped 3 positions down to P19 for the start of stage 2. And this being a 4-stage race, we still have quite a ways to go now. Here in the Coca-Cola 600 as the green flag is back out behind the 14 of Clint Boyer, looking to the inside of the 41 driver of Daniel Suarez. 22 laps here in this second stage as we head down towards turns 1. Hopefully we can keep it clean this stage and find a way to move forwards now as we're all over the back bumper of Clint Boyer as we come through on the exit of turn 2, heading down the back straightaway in front of Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who has David Reagan on his outside as we go down towards turn 3. We're going to make it 3 wide there with Boyer and Menard as we come through the center of the corner. Side by side with Boyer as we come out of turn 4 on the back of Blaney, trying to look to his inside now as we come through the triangle. Still 3 wide now with Boyer, and we make contact across the line and through the grass we go as we make a big save, thankfully, as we go down towards turns 1. But once again, a big setback for us here in Charlotte. Thankfully, we would be able to rally our way back throughout the field a little bit, not at a great pace, but we would be able to move ourselves back forward as we got up to P24 now as we came to lap 9. So we gained about 14-15 positions, passing all the slow cars, which is not really hard to do, obviously, as we went down towards turn 3, but making a mistake there. We've made 2 mistakes so far. That time I just pushed up a little bit into Boyer, and it costed me now as we came through with just a handful of laps to go in this second stage. Now on the back of Daniel Suarez, we had run them back down, and this was kind of a bit of a confidence booster, though, at this point in the race. We had gone through the grass, fallen way behind, and now we had run down the guys that we were originally battling with here within another 10 or so laps. And as we came through to the final laps now of the second stage, as we went down towards turns 1 behind Ryan Blaney, closing up on him as we had taken over 17th after we passed Chris Buescher, now heading down the back straightaway for the final time, trying to put the pressure on Blaney to maybe steal 16th like we did in stage 1, is where we finished, was 16th in the first stage. As we go through turns 3 and turns 4 up the outside now of Blaney as we come through the center of the corner, now exiting 4, though Blaney has momentum and he is going to come through to get 16th, and we will get P17 in the second stage. Definitely could have gotten the top 10 if we didn't have that collision with Boyer now, as Chase Elliott wins stage 2, so he picks up a playoff point now as we would pit for 2 cans of fuel and 4 tires again and lose 1 position due to the repairs that we made on the car now as we drop to P18 for the start now of stage 3. We need to be aggressive now if we want to get moving forwards now as the green flag is back out and stage 3 is underway here in the Coca-Cola 600. Like I said earlier, it's a 4-stage race, so as we make it 3 wide already up the middle between Blaney and Stenhouse as we go down towards turns 1. But now we're going to get to the inside as Stenhouse gets clear as we come through turns 1 and turns 2. There's your pole sitter of Kyle Larson down to the 16th position now, so a very rough go right now for the 42 driver of Kyle Larson as we're going to make it 3 wide with Stenhouse and Larson as we go down into turns 3 and through the center of the corner, heading into turns 4, up into the top 15 now as we exit the corner. Closing in on the back of Boyer, who battles with his Stuart Haas racing teammate of Eric Almirola there as we cross the line. Chase Elliott still leads as Truex is up to 3rd now as we go through turns 1 and turns 2, right on the back of Boyer, maybe making a 3 wide now. Yes, we do make it 3 wide with him and Almirola there as we exit turn 2, heading down the back straightaway. But we didn't quite have the speed that I needed because Kyle Larson and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. both would actually get back to me. They would pass me. We would get a few more extra spots here and there, so we would still be running in P13 as we came to lap 15 in the stage. Like I said, Larson and Stenhouse had gotten back past me, but we had gotten past Boyer and whatnot now as we look to the inside again of Larson. But the caution's going to come out now here past the halfway point in the 3rd stage. So now we're going to get ready to go back green. Stenhouse in front of us actually has some damage on the back bumper. I'm not sure what happened to him, but he certainly didn't have that damage at the start of stage 3 now as the green flag is back out. Once again, we are underway, and you see behind me there's actually a few cars with damage, so something certainly happened to maybe bring out that caution, but Stenhouse was already in front of us, so I'm not sure what on earth happened with them now as we go through turns 1, though, making it 3 wide. Once again there with Stenhouse and Larson. We move ourselves now into the top 10 late here in this 3rd stage as we head down the back straightaway. And as we came through around the next time, hitting 4 to go, we had moved up into the 7th position as we went down towards turns 1 and turns 2 on the inside of McMurray, just quickly moving forwards. And Kyle Busch, he would get up to the outside, and we would just follow through and pass him on the inside. Now as we came through to the white flag in stage 3, looking up the inside of Chase Elliott as we came through turns 1 and turns 2, and now moving up into the 5th position. Somehow we find ourselves in the top 5 here at the end of stage 3 as we head down the back straightaway towards turns 3. Kevin Harvick in command now as Truex takes over second from his teammate of Eric Jones. Menard trying to get to the inside of Jones, but he can't make it happen now as we exit turn 4, heading down the straightaway for the final time. We're going to somehow come through to get P5 in stage number 3. So we managed to somehow have a mistake-free stage, as stage 1 and stage 2 was a very rough 2 stages for us. Now as Kevin Harvick picks up a playoff point, we would take 2 cans of fuel again and 4 tires like the other pit stops in the past stages. And unfortunately this time, the AI don't take 4 tires, and we drop down to 26 for this final stage. Now knowing last time we were in a position like this, we had a really rough time getting to the front now as the green flag is up and the final stage is underway. Not a lot of time remains now as it is 23 laps to go now as we head down towards turns 1. Made a little bit of contact there with Daniel Hemrick as we go through into the first corner. William Byron, our teammate, looking to my inside as he's going to get clear. Landon Castle comes through on my inside as well as we exit turn 2, heading down the back straightaway for the first time here in stage 4. Now as we have a chance to get to the inside behind Byron, so we're going to hop on that opportunity as we go down into turn 3 just in front of Castle, but we hit the apron. We managed to save it, but we now lose a little bit of time now as we go down through turn 3. We would get right back to Castle as we came through on lap 79, heading down the front straightaway. We're going to make it 3 wide with him and Buescher as we come through to cross the line. 3 wide now as we head through the tri-oval as we come towards turns 1. We get hit in the side and down to the grass. We go back up to the track and we hit the 43 of Bubba Wallace, and spinning he goes. We hang on to it, but what in the world just happened as the caution comes out? I'm going to show you guys the replay of the behind camera. When we were 3 wide, Castle and Buescher got together, and then Castle gets hit from Buescher right into the side of me, and then obviously we're just a passenger at that point. I thought it was my fault at first, but thankfully when I looked at the replay, it was clearly just an incident there between Castle and Buescher. We've made mistakes tonight ourselves, and we've also been a victim to other people's mistakes now, as only 18 laps remain at this point here in Charlotte. Everything going wrong, and now we sit P34 with less than 20 to go, so it's going to be very hard to get a good finish out of this as we head down the back straightaway. I was hoping maybe we can get a top 20 still as we make it 3 wide with Gahn and LaJoie. As we head down towards turn 3, we would quickly once again be able to move our way a little bit forwards now as we got up to P29 as we came to lap 86, but now up ahead there's more trouble. The car's smoking as we head down towards turns 1. Things are not looking good now as we have cars crashing everywhere through turns 1 and turns 2 as we slam into the side of our teammate of Alex Bowman. As the caution came out, our AI took over and just drove into the side of them. Now, as there was cars everywhere on the track, thankfully, after the caution came out and our AI took over, we don't actually pick up actual damage to the car, so we can continue from 27th. Only 11 laps remain at this point. I couldn't figure out exactly what happened, but someone had a big issue and crashed in front of a bunch of cars and everybody. I went in turns 1 and it was just littered everywhere. We got to the bottom, but once our AI took over, he just thought it was smart to steer back into the crash. Now as you head down the back straightaway though, at this point, just what a race. I was just really frustrated when I was recording this. I just could not believe what this race had turned into, sitting P24 with 11 laps to go, but we still have a chance maybe to work our way forwards, and we would be able to actually start working our way towards a top 10 as we got up to P15 as we came through, now approaching 5 laps to go, so we gained about 9 to 10 positions since the restart. Passing Newman, we would pass our teammate of Alex Bowman as we came to 2 to go, up to 13th now as Boyer and Blaney were battling. We would look to the inside, making it 3 wide as we came into turn 2, heading down the back straightaway with Boyer and Blaney on our outside as we make contact with Boyer as we head down towards turn 3, trying to get up and somehow P11 as we go down into turns 3. I do not know how we've managed to get up to the 11th position after a race that we have had now as we approach the final lap. Boyer still on my outside now as we cross the line. We've made mistakes ourselves early in this race, setting us back. We've been a victim to other people making mistakes, and we've gotten collected in it. And now here we somehow still find ourselves in P11 as we head down the back straightaway. Not a top 10 as we head down towards turns 3. But certainly a boost of confidence after battling through that disastrous race now as we exit turn 4, heading down the front straightaway for the final time here in the Coca-Cola 600. We somehow battle back to get an 11th place finish here in Charlotte, which obviously that's 3 races in a row where we haven't finished in the top 10. 2 of them today and Dover we definitely could have. Just mistakes have happened, but Kevin Harvick wins the race here in Charlotte, so he picks up another 5 playoff points as well as a stage victory, so he gets 6 overall, as we had fallen, or still stay in 9th in the points. I think we fell down to 9th in the last episode now, as we have a lot of drivers not very happy with us after that race, simply due to really that big crash was a part of it. Obviously, we got into quite a few guys making contact, hit the apron, came up into Bubba Wallace, destroyed him. Certainly things went wrong. Landon Castle obviously got into it with Chris Buescher, and when they got into it, they hit the wall and bounced back into the side of me and took me out in the process. So what a weird, wild race to where I don't really know how we battled back to P11. I was very happy with that, though, and I really took that as a boost of confidence. I think we can go to Pocono, and I truly think we can get back to what we need to be doing, and that's running in the top 10 consistently and battling for victories, and I think that we're going to have a shot to do that in Pocono. So if you guys, though, enjoyed this episode, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Those would all be very appreciated. In the next one, we have Truck Series again at Charlotte, I believe, and then we should have Xfinity at Pocono and the Cup Series at Pocono, so hopefully we can get our rhythm back going and hopefully avoid Martin Truex Jr. and try to get rid of this rivalry, because we can't let this carry on much longer. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have yourselves a great day.